everybody. Thank you for dropping by. This is Dina with Everything Aquatic, and I thought I would post a video that I would discuss fin rot versus environmental fin damage. So many people have been contacting me saying that they're wanting to know what kind of medications I would recommend for treating fin rot. But after asking a few questions about the environment, the tank mates, all the stuff we normally go through, your parameters to rule out certain things, I've been able to determine that most of the time what people are coming to me for and say it's fin rot is actually just environmental damage. And when that's the case, you do not want to throw medications at the fish because it's not a bacterial issue. It's strictly environmental. So if the tank itself, if the parameters are off, then obviously you got to take care of that to get the parameters back in line. If it's aggression between fish, consider putting up a divider or separating them. If you've got fish that are too aggressive towards, say, long fin species, there's possibility that they're not compatible tank mates. There's so many issues that potentially could damage the fins, and we do not, I can't stress it enough, do not want to use antibiotics when it's not a bacterial issue. So I had recently had some fish shipped to me. A couple of them were really wide fins and they suffered some damage during shipping. And you can see that here in this video. This is when they were first released in the tank. This tank has sat empty for a couple of years, so I wasn't in the best of shape when I put them in there, but you can see how the damages were done to the fins, especially on the black ones. A couple of them that had the really wide fins are the ones that suffered the most damage overall. And honestly, all I've done is small water changes every day or two, feeding them high quality foods, and making sure that the environment is conducive to healing, and letting the fish immune system take over and heal their fins. As these videos progress, this is over the course of only 4 days, and you can see huge improvements in the fish. And in this video here, if you look closely on the tips of the black fins, you'll start to see some white. And this is something else people come to me about. Say the edges of the fins are white, it's bacterial, I need some medication to stop it. No, you don't, because white growth like you see on these black guys is new fin growth. So the fish themselves are healing with no intervention whatsoever on my part other than keeping the environment clean. And as you can see, compared to that first video, I've done quite a bit of work on this tank and cleaning up the environment. I've covered the back because for some reason it looks like a cyanobacteria is trying to grow in this tank, and I don't want that, so I'm doing what I can to control that. And the fish are doing beautifully. Some of them you can't even tell that the fins were damaged at all anymore, but you are still seeing the white growth on the tips. And I would imagine in another week's time, the fins will completely repair themselves and start developing their natural color, and you won't even know that there was any damage whatsoever. Here's one that you can see in the foreground. A little bit on the tail is still white, but otherwise the fins are not shredded. This wide fin guy, his fins are no longer shredded, and they were ripped in a couple of places. And the one that suffered the most damage is the guy just now going off on the right, and that fin is almost completely repaired in just a few days' time. So I can't stress the importance of understanding your situation that you're dealing with. If it is not a bacterial situation, then please do not use antibiotics. This is one of the reasons why there's constant threats about having the antibiotics and fish medications available to us removed from the shelves, such as in other countries. Canada is one of the more recent ones. And if that happens here in the United States as well, we will unfortunately lose the ability to properly care for our fish. I don't know about you guys, but in my area, there is not one fish vet. They actually have called me and asked what I thought, which kind of shocked me because I am not a veterinarian. I base my knowledge off of past experience and dealing with diseases and information that I've learned from others, as well as talking to the manufacturers where I get products from and see what they recommend. And all that knowledge over the course of all the many years I've been keeping fish are what I share with everybody today who comes and asks me for my thoughts and suggestions on the situation. So, as I said, I can't stress it enough to always allow the fish to heal themselves first. And then, if that isn't the case, and if things don't improve after a few days, then by all means, look at what other means you may undertake. As I said, with these guys, they've undergone nothing but water changes, cleaning up keeping the tank environment clean, and a variety of quality foods. That's all I've done. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Put a comment below. I will respond or message me directly. And I appreciate you dropping by and have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.